guest, John Sitalides. John, good to see you.
Great to be with you, Liz.
All right, John, let me start out this segment by asking you, President Trump, has insinuated that there are career officials, the deep state, that are going after him. They're trying to undermine his presidency. Is he correct?
I would go back to November 9th, 2016, Liz. It's so simple, and it's been documented by two political reporters who covered the Hillary Clinton campaign. This entire Russia collusion, quote unquote, idea has been concocted inside the Hillary Clinton campaign the day after election when she refused to concede her own fault, her own responsibility for defeat. And so John Podesta and Robby Mook, the two top campaign officials for Hillary Clinton, spent 24 hours a day after Election Day concocting a story that James Comey and the Russians were responsible for Trump's victory. It's all documented. It's the laziest thing any reporter who wants to do his or her job can do. Look it up. This is all a fabrication.
Right, so let me get a little deeper here. What part of it is a fabrication? The fact that they're accusing Trump of colluding with Russia without any proof, because various investigations, we don't have any proof of that. Or, did they fabricate the idea that it was Russia that hacked the DNC server or John Podesta's email in the first place?
No, not necessarily, Liz. And it may turn out quite ironic that, in fact, the Russians did attempt to hack both Republican and Democratic National Committee servers in 2015. That we know. They failed to do so. What did happen in 2016, and this is probably another great story that the media has refused to cover, has not chosen, has refused to cover, and that is a possible aid to the DNC chair at that time, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who may have actually downloaded enormous amounts of data and sold it to the Russians and the Pakistanis. But the Russians themselves were not able, as best as we can determine, to form any type of collusion or relationship with the Trump campaign, despite numerous efforts, which we've seen documented. But collusion to what? We had an electoral college. No one has ever demonstrated what exactly the collusion that has been alleged would have led to. Shifting of votes, affecting voting machines, changing media campaigns and advertising strategies. These are all just words people keep throwing up, figuratively, in order to create this cloud of suspicion around Donald Trump without a shred of evidence anywhere, except for one thing, Liz. The only crime that we know that has happened has been the unmasking of General Michael Flynn when he was National Security Advisor to President Trump and during the campaign transition period. And yet somehow that's the one story that no one is investigating and that no law enforcement agency is pursuing.